much better than a couple of days ago.
Good. Get that microphone very close to your face. Scoot in. Even better.
Okay.
There you go. Thank you so much.
Much better, much better.
Yeah, I know. A couple days ago, my mother sounded like the Rottweiler from Christmas Vacation under the dining room table.
He did come down and say, "Are you okay?" I was like, "I'm just coughing."
Yeah, I had to go check on her because I didn't know she was throwing. It was what I heard sounded like it was coming out of an 8-year-old Rottweiler, a very with a barrel-chested male dog. It sounded. I was very concerned, and of course, joining my mother tonight is my father. Dad, how you feeling?
Oh my God, how ridiculous. Well, what is the proper place? I'm fine, I guess.
It's back. We're back. It's another year.
Yes.
We were just sitting here
That's quite amazing.
2023 last year, and now.
I look like I'm in an iron lung.
Well, your head just popping out.
Hell. This looks strange. That's
Just
all right.
Get yourself situated. Whatever
I'm
you
okay.
want. Okay. There you go. So Dad is back. Mom is back. And you know who's back for the first time in
What's this?
5 Christmases? It's this lady right here, Lauren.
Hi, everyone. Merry Christmas.
What's going
How
on?
are you?
You know, the last time that we were all together, it was Christmas of 2019.
Yeah.
And then, Lauren was pregnant with Aurora just a few weeks later. And it was, man, oh man, we've been waiting a long time. And you know why we had to wait so long? Because we had to be able to, on the couch, we have more special guests. We have Uncle Anthony and we have Aurora. And there they are, just hanging out. It's the first time that Aurora's here.
Hey.
And Pyretta.
And Pyretta.
Yes.
How you doing, Aunt?
What's going on?
No,
Great.
just chilling. Hey, having a good time. Aurora, how are you feeling?
Good.
Is it your first time here for a Christmas show? Is it exciting? Is it Christmassy in here? Are you excited about Christmas? What does Pyretta want for Christmas?
She wants a warming bed.
And does she want also kangaroo meat? You remember when she used to eat kangaroo?
There was a brand of cat food that I don't even know if it's it's got to be around. I forget the name of it, but yeah, they had different exotic flavors. Like there was kangaroo, there was venison, goat,
Land of the
and
goat.
duck. I think
Oh man, you know.
Did she like it?
she did, but something that was before she was diagnosed with hyperthyroidism, and towards the end, she wasn't eating it. And I thought that was because she didn't like it anymore, but I think that was kind of the symptoms of hyperthyroidism.
It's the thyroids.
And then I ended up changing her food after that. So yeah,
So all she wants now is just peace
To
and
be
quiet.
warm.
That's it. There she is.
Needs a lap.
He is
She'll be in everybody's lap by the end of the night. Pyretta Blaze. All right. Well, listen, this is what we got together tonight. We're all here. We're hanging out. We're getting through. I just wanted to do some due diligence over here at the Quite Frankly Advent calendar, because we are at number 23 on the list. It's 23 tonight. Everybody, if you want, you have to go into your Quite Frankly Advent calendar. It was in the newsletter, along with the interview of my father, which everybody really, really liked. Tonight, watch your favorite Christmas movies while you wrap your presents. Are your presents already wrapped, everybody?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
done?
For the most part.
Surprisingly.
yeah, everything's done.
That's it? It's all done.
Almost.
I'm so happy. Oh, you did it too, Aurora?
Although,
All by myself.
well, that's wonderful.
All right.
Wonderful. That's
That's what I'm
great.
talking about.
This is
I
a-
still like to go out in the stores tomorrow.
just to be in the crazy.
Tomorrow's
I don't know
Christmas,
why.
and I don't know
always-
why. It's like it's autumn right now.
Autumn.
No, it was autumn 3 days ago. It was autumn on the 20th of December, but on Saturday.
Why not on my birthday? I wanted autumn on my birthday.
Yeah, but
They can be inside.
your birthday
And
is
cozy.
your
Mom.
your,
Mom.
your birthday is 1 week. Is the last week of.
Away my day.
Take the mic away.
So don't
All right,
talk.
you little.
This is how it all started when Judy Garland was brought on the stage to sing Jingle Bells. And after 14 choruses, they had to drag her off.
Judy Garland?
Oh, yes. They brought her on the stage
Once
at
it
2
gets in your
years
blood,
old
that's it.
to sing Jingle Bells. And she wouldn't leave.
You know, I was going to ask you guys this because I know that the Judy Garland Christmas specials are very, very special to you guys. What would you say is the best, worst Christmas special of all time? One that is just cheesy, bad.
Judy's is the best and the worst, if you ask me.
In a way, yeah.
Yeah, anyway.
Well, here she was singing the Christmas song, Chestnuts Roasting at an Open Fire.
Hey, that was my song.
Is it? Yeah. Well, that's wonderful. Well, she was singing it with Mel Torme, who wrote it and sang.
No way.
Yes, she did.
No.
And she sang.
I'm not trusting you.
Listen,
Okay, Aurora,
she
listen.
sang the wrong lyrics.
Oh no!
Yes, she did.
Which lyrics?
I don't remember. It was. I don't remember.
And he said close or something like that.
Yes, very day.
was
Very,
close.
very day.
Well, this is going to be a great night. I can't wait. The chat room is hanging. Everybody's having a good time. It's. I have a lot of things that I want to bring up
Every
tonight.
day I was
So she's just. Anthony, get a hold of
Take that
her.
mic away.
Anthony, get a hold of her over there. Aurora, there's going to be a lot of questions I have for you tonight, and people are going to ask questions of you too, okay? So you just got to listen up and listen to the adults.
Oh, I think she'll answer them before you ask her the question.
I think she actually might be in tune with that right now, just kind of like telepathically drawing things out of us. All right, so I have a couple of things I want to do with you guys tonight. Some of them are based on questions that I asked people out there on the internet, movies, Christmas specials, but I also have an article I'd love to do with you all from the Epic Times called Your Ultimate Gift Giving Guide, Etiquette. It's how to accept bad gifts, you know, things like that. I'd love to go through that maybe in the second half, but I also want to take calls. So we haven't had a lot of that in a couple of years. I want to get some calls going. But let me go through this advent calendar now that we're almost done with it, because I want to see how much you guys in the room have done with this, okay? So here's the Quite Frankly advent calendar. Number 1, decorate for Christmas.
Yes.
We all did that. Dad, you've decorated many castles and estates and everything else.
Since November 1st.
People loved the Lyndhurst stream that we did.
Oh, that's great. I would have loved to see it at one point. Is it possible?
Yeah, I can send it to you. But
Yeah.
the other thing is I really think that you have to do your own tour of that place.
Well, maybe we could arrange that before the end of this season,
Oh, okay.
because we were talking about it, Kristen and I, who is the assistant director up there at Lyndhurst, and we were going to do a walkthrough early January before we take everything down.
That would be great because
So maybe we can do it.
I have about maybe 3/4 of no, about a half. We only on the live stream. We only did maybe about half of that whole castle together.
Yeah.
So I think that would be great if we all. That'd be
Maybe
nice.
That'd be good.
Yeah, especially if it's at night. It's got to be the glow.
Yeah.
So that was nice. Okay, so everybody did that. Number 2, read the Quite Frankly Bulletin. I think most of us did that. Good on everybody. Play Christmas music. You guys played Christmas music this
I'm
year?
in my car.
In your
I
okay.
play it all over.
When
and
you-
I have many, many albums. I have easily 30 or 40 CDs. And I did that when I was younger too with regular vinyl. I like to support Christmas. So I buy, like this year I bought, oh my God, what's the name of those people, those two guys, Ray and Gay, D and Da. I don't know what they're called. They're country western duo. They're wonderful. They just put out that cozy song thing. And I bought their Christmas album this year. Last year was Cher's Christmas album.
When was the last time you bought a vinyl?
just recently, I bought the original Disney sound effect album for Halloween that you guys heard your whole childhood.
Yeah, I remember that.
And I bought another one because I lost so many albums in floods. That was one of them. But now I've got the album, and I even played it.
What do you? Okay, so going back to Christmas albums, then, Lauren, do you have a favorite
Album?
Yeah, I don't know if I know any Christmas albums.
Christmas albums? No, I don't know many albums. Period.
Didn't Hanson have a Christmas album? Anthony,
Probably.
Anthony, didn't Hanson have a Christmas album? Wasn't it called
I don't
All
know.
Snowed In?
Wow, I don't even.
Mom, what about you? Christmas
I never
albums?
even remember that.
Vinyl? Anybody? Dean Martin? What's your favorites?
Oh my God! Well, first of all,
Johnny Mathis,
I was
of
going to
course.
say the first and foremost one is Johnny Mathis.
Johnny Mathis.
Okay.
The Johnny Mathis album has fathered more children
that album alone.
single-handedly than anyone in the United States.
That's good. We need to put out another Johnny Mathis album. My God. Wait, isn't he's on tour right now, right?
He is. He's 87 years old. He still could sing. He sounds good. And another person who is not Christian and has a magnificent Christmas album is Barbra Streisand.
See, I can't stand her voice.
I have to leave now.
I don't know. See, she makes every Christmas song worse to
I
me.
have to leave.
She makes it worse.
I know it. I know. Because I know that mechanically she's got a strong voice. I just don't like the quality of it. I don't know what it is. I don't like it.
The police might be coming soon.
Sorry to upset, but okay. So
My dear God.
so that's the music out of the way, right?
Love
Christmas.
Barbra Streisand.
I've never known this. How did I never know this?
Maybe you don't listen to her all the time. So is this a new thing? You just
No,
decided?
Barbara in general.
I don't really. I mean, I've never really watched too much of her, but I know her. I can pick her voice out of a lineup,
Yeah,
and
everybody can.
Yes, that's why I know I don't like it. So I mean, anyway, okay. Have you guys written any Christmas letters?
No.
Christmas letters?
Yes, not a card. When was the last time you wrote a Christmas letter? Have you done that in the last 10 years?
I have never.
Never?
And I know what you're talking about.
Well, no. What do you mean?
Are you talking about the Christmas letters that people send about everything they've done
No.
through the course
Just
of the year?
Correspondence.
Yeah, no. Just like correspond instead of a card, just to write a letter, but have it be Christmas.
Oh.
Well,
It's been a while.
people enclose a progress report of their entire years. and
Are
Yes.
you kidding?
Some people send
That's
very
crazy.
detailed Christmas letters.
Really?
Cards.
Okay, I didn't know.
People send Christmas cards with pictures of their son in a football uniform like this.
Oh, I've seen
That's
that.
Christmas?
Well, I've seen the cards. I've seen card picture montages.
People graduating. That is not Christmas. I am sorry.
Maybe
If you want to enclose a picture of your son, daughter, whatever, of an event, fine. They will write a letter. Well, we had 14 pounds of turkey and 13 pounds of potatoes. And of course, I had my hernia operation. Back I went. Didn't work. Had to have it done. People do this.
3 hernia operations.
They print out a whole thing and send it to you.
I haven't gotten any of that. I should.
Yeah, none of our friends do that.
Now I'm gonna
thankfully.
be on the lookout for it now.
I guarantee your listening audience has gotten these letters.
Oh, there's probably people out there who have sent it. And now they're reevaluating their
Look,
lives.
if there's anyone who's in your audience who sent these letters, you should just go in a corner and drop dead. I'm not serious.
I know.
Because that means then I'll drop dead. So you should be fine.
everything is fine. With the letters, I didn't know that. I have to write that down.
Yeah.
Christmas letters, lists, decorations. I think we probably did most of this stuff. We did all of this. Wearing an ugly Christmas sweater. Well, I'm doing one right now. This is my one night a year. This might be the 4th year I've worn this sweater.
Does anybody buy extra
it
gifts?
should
You
be.
see, I think that's something that's gone the way of the world.
Like a just in case gift.
Years ago, you would buy like 3 or 4 things of Jean Naté
Just in case.
that you could give to someone that you forgot about or who happened to show up.
Aurora, watch
I
your
remember
dinner.
those big yellow bottles of Jean Naté.
Yes, I'm proud of you.
Yeah, I can't. Well, it's at the pharmacy. Nobody ever bought it, so I was always rearranging it.
Nobody ever bought it.
No, by that time, I guess it was already out of style.
Even then,
Like 2003, 2004.
that scares me.
I was moving that bottle of Jean Naté all over the pharmacy to new places over the course of 7 years.
And that's what you gave people when they showed up with another gift for you. And you said, oh, wait a minute, wait. I've got your gift right here. And you'd make believe it was their gift.
Yep, you couldn't give it away.
And you gave them these, different gifts.
Okay, here's a little something I wanted to throw at you guys. Oh, by the way, Dad, I don't know if you know this, but Mom just got word from her doctor that she sleeps with her eyes open. Did you hear about this?
First of all, the fact that you said, you know how I am about doctors. Dad, I don't know about. Mom just got a word from the doctor. I almost passed out.
Oh, yeah.
No one gets a word from a doctor in my presence. No one.
Well, she was.
Secondly, how does the doctor know that she sleeps with her eyes open?
Go
I
ahead.
slept with the doctor.
That's it. She had to sleep over the doctor's house.
Obviously.
No,
Am I crazy?
Tell the microphone. Wait, hold on. Crazy. Mom, please say it into the microphone.
oh,
How did the doctor find out?
because he was examining my eyes, and I had these drops and everything, and he says, now close your eyes slowly, and I closed my eyes slowly, and then he told me that I sleep with my eyes open. That's why they're dried out. And because they're not shut all the way, was what he meant. But he did say sleep with my eyes open. I said, I do not. And then he explained.
Are you serious?
Now, did he say how much? Is it like a third of the way open?
No, like right, even if they're open a little. So I guess I feel like they're shut, but they're not. So he's telling me to sleep.
Is this the first step toward vampirism?
This is what that's what I told her. I said, if I ever come downstairs,
I think it is.
if you ever decide to take a nap on the couch and I come downstairs and I see you staring at the ceiling, dead-eyed, I'm going to think, Mom?
No. She is going to trick you and say, what's on your neck? And without you knowing, and then Lauren won't know that you become a vampire too.
Oh God.
Too
I would
much.
never be able to tell because I go to sleep so early anyway.
Well, yeah.
I know.
And so you could be up all night and it still would be all right.
Well, you know something.
What?
You
Yeah.
know something. When I go to a doctor appointment, I just doing this.
Thank you.
Perfect.
Oh, she laid down. Yeah, that's
Oh,
how
I
she.
see. I
Yep.
see.
That's what she does at the doctor's
Wow,
appointment.
that's good,
And she
Rora.
let Doctor
That's really good,
Dr.
Rora.
Lori checks your knees and she checks your tummy, right? And you just stare at the ceiling, and you breathe in deep when she tells you
This
to.
is what Mimi looks like when she's sleeping,
Yeah,
taking a nap.
just staring at the ceiling, having a nice nap.
You guys making me cough.
Okay. So anyway, I think that
Vampirism and hatred of Barbara.
well, you know who listened to that? I forgot when it came up on the show about Mom's eyes being open when she sleeps. But
yes.
there-
Especially when you sleep with the eyes open. Oof, your eyes get tired.
yeah, they do. Woof. And Marlene got in touch with me, and she said,
Wait.
you have to ask your father.
Last day, and then
Hold
going
on.
to be sick.
Hold on, Aurora. Marlene got in touch with me and said, can you ask your father about his friend who years ago, you guys had a friend who slept with their eyes open?
Wait a minute.
Marlene said that you guys had a friend. There was a story about somebody who slept with their eyes open. She remembers it from like years ago. She wants to know if you know the story still.
But she wasn't even born yet.
Marlene?
What is she? Is she talking about Michael Sabatino's girlfriend?
It could be. I don't know. I don't know. She didn't know.
We walked past the bedroom, Pamela's room, and she was like this, but she was really sleeping with her eyes open. But she
What was she taking? She was taking a nap in Pamela's? Or
Yes.
How old was she?
She was like in her maybe 18, 19. You have to understand, there was some wild stuff that went on
And
after Grandpa died. It just was people, kids coming in, all different types of kids. I remember there was a Halloween party. We had just tried to contact Judy Garland in a seance.
were you there for that, Mom?
Probably.
Oh my
I
gosh.
think you were there.
I know Michael Sabatino.
And Mike Sabatino's girlfriend was there with dark hair, and she went upstairs in Pamela's room, and everybody said she was asleep, and she was laying there with her eyes wide open.
That must have been it then.
That's all I could think of, unless she comes up with some other tale.
I don't know. I have to imagine there couldn't be that many people. It sounds like her eyes are a lot more open than Mom's, so that's
I don't know.
that's another thing. Anyway, okay. Well, I figure I'd bring that up. All right, let me throw this out, you guys. These are questions that have come in from the audience. They're not unlike other years that we've done this, but I think they've got a little bit of a twist to them. People always want to know, especially if they're new to the show, favorite Christmases. So I guess if you have a favorite Christmas, I'm going to throw it at you guys. But I have a twist to that too. I'd like to follow up about. So everybody in the room, do you have a favorite Christmas that you can point to that just like without thinking, you go to a year and you go to a setting, even if there's no real, just something your gut tells you?
I wish. What about you?
No.
You don't know.
Nothing pops in my head.
No. And I'm going to be honest. And I'm going to be honest for the entire listening audience. Christmas is a difficult time. There's good and there's bad. I cannot, in reality, something pop. Oh, yeah. That year when Aunt May walked in and we all hugged. And no.
Well, it could have just
No.
been, it didn't.
No.
There could have just been. It didn't have to be something spectacular. It could have just been something that was just. It just felt good. It was calm. It was. I mean, I know I don't know. There was where everybody was just together, and everybody was just there. And maybe
There were moments, there were times, but I cannot pinpoint a specific Christmas because around every corner there was a fight or greasy fingers.
Okay. So then let me
Greasy fingers.
Let
I
me-
remember that one.
let me. What the hell's that mean? What the hell is greasy? What does that mean?
Well, that was one, but there were several. Go ahead.
What does that mean, Mom?
No, when somebody just goes in my pocketbook and takes envelopes that were meant for, was it Anthony and me?
People were stealing money from
It
you.
was my cousin.
Your cousin. Oh wait, I was alive for this.
Now
You were
this
kids. You were.
But
just
I remember this.
Yeah.
totally different.
Was it the cousins? Wait. Was it the cousins from Virginia?
No. Aunt Phil's son, Frank.
Oh, well, you don't have to say names.
No, I don't care.
Oh yeah, well,
He stole from me.
okay. So then, but
We're gonna name names tonight.
No, please.
Names are being named.
Let me also just remind everybody: more people watch this show than you think.
Don't
name
worry.
names.
Don't worry.
Okay, but what do you? Okay, so then you both were thinking about different things when you said greasy
Totally
fingers.
different.
So then, what were you talking about?
There were numerous times where there would be fights about greasy fingers on cards. If someone was eating turkey, chicken, they got their hands all over the cards.
Are you serious?
And, there'd be fights. The cards would go up in the air. Chairs would fall down. People would have their coats on faster than you can say Jack Robinson. And people would be out of there.
Because they
And
open up.
Christmas was over.
Willie.
I think they did that on purpose so they can get out of there.
That was
Wait. So would it be that if you open up the
every
Christmas?
day. Wow.
Would it be that when you open up the Christmas card,
Every day,
the greasy finger marks are already there? What like
No.
from when they were
Let's
writing
say
it?
For,
No,
I
no.
remember specifically.
Yeah,
Hold on, Aurora.
yeah,
Hold
yeah.
on, Aurora. Hold on. I want to listen to Grandpa. Hold on.
But there were other times. But one fight in particular, this is when I was much younger, when someone was eating chicken or turkey and they're playing cards, because playing cards in an Italian family, that was tradition. That's what you did virtually every Christmas. After all the presents were open, the adults got around the kitchen table and played poker.
I remember that.
So someone got grease on the cards because they were eating at the same time, and a fight ensued. As a matter of fact, it was all documented on our reel-to-reel tape recorders that all the kids got that year.
Wait, you still have you any of this
I
survive?
don't know. It's very possible that we have little snippets of these fights. But yes, these kinds of things would happen all the time. Or someone ate all the turkey that was left if they went in for an extra sandwich.
Well, I remember people getting there being small fights about who took too much home.
Yeah. Who took all the turkey? She ate all the turkey. They took all the turkey.
Or people take home all the leftovers of what they brought.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, well, I cooked
Of course.
it. I cooked
or
this
they
hungry.
brought specific bottles of soda and they kept it for themselves. And took it out of the bottle. And then when they left, they took their bottle with them. So you see what I'm saying? There are some lovely moments, times, chunks of holidays. And I know your listening audience has gone through the same thing.
Yeah, to some degree, somebody has it, no doubt.
Well, at least we haven't gotten in a fight.
Yeah, we've never fought.
Yeah. No.
Where?
Well, us.
Us.
You mean us?
Yeah,
Us,
our
yeah.
friend.
No, because I think, first of all, there's no reason to, thank God. Secondly, I know with your mother would feel this way too. We've been numbed to that for the rest of our lives. That was really traumatic. Your mother didn't go through it as much in her family, I don't think.
No.
My family, I used to be walking in with my mother on Christmas Eve, and before I was able to get to the kitchen in my grandmother's house, she was walking back out.
What was the offense? What was the offense?
Could have
sometimes?
been that she walked in the kitchen and she saw two people that weren't supposed to be setting the table, and who was making the gravy when I'm supposed to make it. I saw all the presents all stacked nice and nice in the corner for everybody but my family. This is what
That's exhausting.
happened.
That's
It
exhausting.
was horrible.
Yeah.
It was horrible. I adore Christmas still in my heart. I have some wonderful memories, but also the most traumatic times.
Well, to be honest, that's we.
That's everybody.
We were at the tail end of that too, because we saw big Christmases with lots of cousins go away in
Yes.
the late 90s.
Yes.
And suddenly we're dealing with fragments of families and not really knowing
Why?
So we understood, but that was the tail end of it. That was,
And there was always this one phrase: "There was no fight. There was no fight."
it was just the light switch went off.
No, the entire family, like the Red Seas, parted, but there was no fight. I just walked in and she put her head down. That's another phrase. They put their heads down as if people were lowly, as if it was Egypt, and all of a sudden a pharaoh walked in, and you knew you were wrong, so you went like this. Sorry, Becky. I'm sorry. It's just I can't even describe the drama, and I'm sorry for taking up too much time.
No, it's fine. It's fine. And Lauren, do you have a favorite? Did you?
I don't know about a favorite, but as we were talking, I was thinking about the year that my aunt passed away. She had a big Christmas sweater collection. She would wear them from pretty much Thanksgiving through the holidays. Every day she had a different sweater. She had so many. And the year that she passed away, one of my uncles took all of them and wrapped them up, and we did like a grab bag with them, and we all took one to wear that day. And then we took it home with us with the, thought that we would exchange them every year, but that ended up, I think that was the
Being
last
the only year.
Christmas
Maybe
that we all got
2018.
together.
Maybe 2018 it happened too. But I remember that was December 2017.
Yeah.
And I really loved that.
Yeah,
December.
it was really
First of all,
really a nice time.
we were just married.
Yep.
It was tough losing your aunt. But once we got to Christmas, it was nice getting together with everybody. And that was also the Christmas of like all the alien and UFO stuff that started happening. Like I remember driving home from your uncle's house, and we were listening to podcasts about things that were going on in the skies. And said, wow, this is exciting.
Yeah.
It was, and then I went home. It was one of those nights where I went home and I told Lauren essentially to go into the other room so I can wrap all of her presents that she can open up 5 minutes later. It was so stupid.
That's what we do.
Yeah, but that sucks. The presents have to be wrapped at least 24 hours or else
You have to
it's
be
stupid.
sitting under the tree and
Yeah.
looking nice.
Right.
Ridiculous. Can you just leave for a couple of minutes and then you can just tear it all off?
Yeah.
So stupid. I should have done it early.
Oh, well.
Anyway. What are you going to do? Hey, okay, so let me ask you this then. When do you guys think, what would you say what would you consider the last Christmas of your childhood?
Oh, that's interesting. That's interesting.
The last Christmas of your childhood. And why? That's for the audience too. You can call in.
You
and
mean like believing and all that stuff?
No. Just like the last Christmas of your childhood. Just feel like you're about to turn the page. You're going into new. I don't know. There's just certain times and years where you're just forced to. You just grow up, and I don't know. It could be a death. It could
It's
be
probably just when you had to buy your own Christmas presents for people because your mother wasn't going to buy them anymore for
that could
this
be
one and that one.
I mean, it could be as technical as that, no doubt. All of a sudden,
True.
but I don't know.
I really don't have a definitive answer for that, but this is on the opposite side of the coin. Coin? What the hell? I know what I was saying, coin, but it came out coin. Was I have to say this, as much as all the drama, Grandma always made it seem like it was your childhood as far as the presents and the giving. And that, even though it was completely unreasonable and shouldn't have been because there was no money to do these kind of presents, I will say that element was always there. Literally, it was very late on that was still going on. And like we were talking about earlier, buying presents or going shopping, even if it's the simplest things that are not extremely expensive, I love doing.
Yeah, I think about that a lot now too, because, well, first of all, I mean, I'll look at a lot of there's a lot of these videos. People are they're hitting new levels in nostalgia right now. I think the internet and the way that people are able to edit things and it's really interesting what people do to tap into even what they call liminal spaces. And for example, they'll capture a retro vibe for 1990s Christmas. And I'll find things like these little 1 minute, 2 minute long videos where they're focusing in on 1993 Christmas, and it's often a place where everybody's got this sense of longing, and when you watch it, it hurts that it's so far away at this point, as if it actually had a physical place and time, and there is a lot of physical differences to it, but we know it's not a different place. For example, fashion, the lights, the way that we decorated, just our grandparents and great grandparents' kitchens, the paneling on the walls, things that bring you back to a certain place, whether it be the 70s or the 80s or the 90s, and even though that hurts because man, I remember what it feels like, and I think the best year of our childhood was like, I would say from 93 to 97 were really, really great. 93, now that I've been able to actually examine the video, I think 1993 was like very hard to beat. I think it was very hard to beat from what I've seen in all of our family videos, all throughout the seasons. But when I think about it, the real reason why it was always so magical is because there were the older people in your life, your cousins and your uncles and your aunts and your parents and your grandparents that were working overtime to make it feel magical. And that felt great there too, because now I know that even though, the fashion is gone and the sensibilities from 1994 is gone, if we work together as a team, we can do that very same thing for kids like Aurora. And it's not like they won't miss out on the best parts of 93, 4, 5, 6, which was just that feeling of there's magic and there's also comfort. And I think that's the cool.
But if you're going through the years, she's going to feel that in her own way.
Yeah. But
this is magical to her and what's happening this Christmas. And the thing that I thought of just the other day, I said, I knew it, but it just became such a realization, is that this time of year, probably from November all the way through till about Christmas, it's going to start to fade away from me now. And that's why I say, once we get past Christmas Eve, it's a letdown for me, is I go into time warps. I make myself believe that I'm literally within those time warps of different times of my life, the different sense memories, whether it be from music, certain foods, certain smells, certain way that the sun comes in different places. And literally, I'm there. For this time frame in the year, I don't have to go forward.
Yeah. You know. I don't know. Just on, I think it was on Thursday night, I was doing a little bit on Christmas ghost stories, and not just trying not to even touch A Christmas Carol because that's the most obvious one. But I went into the Christmas meeting. And I think it was, hold on a second, let me see here. I had this, where the hell was it? I think I had, I had done this with Pam years ago by Rosemary Timperley. It was a short story, Christmas Meeting. Mm-hmm. And it's just essentially this ghost story where the main character's voice that you're picking up on at first is talking about Christmases all throughout the years. I remembering the Christmases when they were young kids with my parents and all the older people in my my life, and then there was the first Christmas as an adult with a lover, and you know the wine and the midnight strolls on Christmas Eve and stuff like that, and then there was and then my first Christmas alone, and this young writer guy walks into her apartment thinking it was his room and not. At the end, they have this conversation. He's talking about read my writings and all that shit. Oh, I can't go home. My parents stifle my writing and all that. But why are you alone for Christmas? Well, why are you alone for Christmas? One wants to write. The other one just is, she's an older woman now. She's moving on to other phases. And it establishes all those Christmases and those times as a everlasting present as well, where you can almost like bounce into different places. Now, at the end, you kind of get the impression that they were both ghosts coming from him from the mid-19th century and her from the early 20th. And they were just kind of like ships passing in the night. And so I understand what you're talking about, the time loop, because I really do believe that we have it's an innate ability to time travel. And you just have to call all of your senses into it, and it actually becomes a physical. You can relive everything, and
that's where decorations and those traditions with decorations come in, because every time you pick something up, you transport yourself back to when it was first important or when you first got it. This is what the whole season is about.
Speaking of decorations, Lauren and I were just talking about the quality of the quality of everything. All of the Christmas lights, the incandescent lights, are just burning out.
Are you serious?
They're terrible. I remember going up into Grandma's attic and finding a small string of amber color lights that was in your old bedroom or something like that. They had to have been decades and decades old.
Yeah.
And they still lit up when I put them into
They're on the tree.
Right now?
In the bedroom.
And we can't get a strand of lights to stay fully without burning out for a year.
That's interesting because I don't have that situation.
Yeah, the mini lights suck these days. They really do. Lauren, do you know? I know you just went for a potty break with Aurora.
Yes.
But could you point to a last Christmas of your childhood that felt like you were a kid and you're just getting in the car, you're going where your parents are telling you, you're pretty much being led and going about and being taken care of, versus all of a sudden you're not at the kid table anymore and things are just changing?
Yeah. I guess it was probably like the first Christmas I lived not at home. And I was living with my sister at the time, so we at least, had that shared background and put up a tree and decorated and everything. But I guess that, having to do those things on your own was a big, that was a big difference.
Yeah.
And not waking up at home on Christmas morning.
That's why I asked, because it doesn't, it's not like you're 7 years old and then 8 years old. It could be later in life. Is it really just when you shed certain or gain certain responsibilities and shed certain privileges? Is that really what it is?
I think it was more so just not being at home.
Yeah.
Like, I wasn't under my mom's roof. I wasn't waking up there. So.
Okay. Well, Anthony, what about you? Would you be able to point to the first Christmas that you felt like you? It was the first Christmas the last Christmas of your childhood, I should say.
I would think that the last Christmas of your childhood is when you become aware of everything. You become aware of reality. You become aware that Santa Claus is fake, or
Oh man!
Wow, that was a wonderfully.
No, yeah, but
Oh my God!
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Right,
like in that kind of like
Yes, yeah.
Yes. Like
I
the
don't know.
ones that you're seeing
You
aren't,
know what? Don't ask me any questions.
aren't the big man.
Don't ask me any questions.
You're figuring out how things work.
Did you say Santa Claus was cake?
Yes, the cakey.
Yes. Yes.
He was made out of cake, right?
Yes.
Just make it
You
confusing.
know, it
And all the elves nibble
sometimes. You know, sometimes and you just don't think. And it's funny. It's actually, you know what's funny about that? What's
that you destroyed a child's
It's funny how you just destroyed a child's life.
of everyone in the
I'm gonna tell you what's funny. Talking about being aware. I said that, you know what one really kills. First of all, this is a bad question. Number one, we should have thought about this.
right, right.
Number two, I give an explanation saying I think it's when you become aware of reality. And here I am, the irony, completely unaware of what I'm saying and what my surroundings are.
Right.
So,
right.
you know, great.
I think we're all good.
The irony
all
of
good.
the reality is that today and certainly tomorrow, you will see husbands with that one piece of hair sticking down.
Oh, I have that from you.
Oh, yes.
Oh, wait, I have
And
it.
it's from, I saw it recently. I saw it yesterday. I reposted
From the
it.
2012?
2012.
I got
it's
it here.
the truth.
Anthony was the one that...
Begrudgingly going out for their wife's gifts
Oh,
with their two children, picking up blouses that don't, anything they can, because they don't know how to shop.
Well, like you said, it's a lot. When it gets down to Christmas Eve shopping, it's just grab literally anything. There's no...
Yeah.
And that's why we all find ourselves in that position from time to time, but it feels the worst when you're just like, fine, that one. There's no thought. There's no there's no contemplation. There is just an absolute desperate mad dash to get anything.
Yes.
And
it's so true.
Aurora, what do you think? What's your favorite part about this Christmas so far?
Well,
Sit down next to Anthony and tell us what's on your mind.
I don't know.
Sit next to here. Get closer to Anthony so we can see you. There you go. Okay.
I don't know. I just love the Christmas trees.
You love the Christmas trees?
Yeah.
Hey, tell everybody what you did last night. How did we hang out last night? What'd you do?
I was watching a movie, sitting on the couch, having hot cocoa.
You had the hot cocoa. She was sitting there with her hot cocoa, and she was watching the end of which movie did we watch?
Home Alone 2.
Home Alone 2. And which one do you like better? Home Alone, the first one or the second one?
Home Alone 2.
Why is that? Because they're in New York?
Yeah.
What do you like about the New York episode? Is it all the buildings? What is it?
You saw the building.
Oh. And did you like the toy stores?
Yeah, I just like when the lava's
Talking to the microphone.
I just like when the lava's like
The robbers.
yes, and there was this like green goo and this one lava is like dancing.
Oh yes, he's slipping on the green goo, right?
Yeah.
He's slipping all over the place because Kevin was what was Kevin laying down for them? What was he setting?
Booby traps.
Booby traps. And now you're going to start setting booby traps for Daddy?
Yep.
Oh no. Don't. Please. Oh, and she learned that with the did you see her eyebrows? She learned that from Kevin McAllister too. Do it again, Aurora. she learned how to
Very good.
Oh man. Okay. All right, so let's do this real quick before we go on a break, because in the second half, I want to read this article with you guys, Ultimate Guide to Gift-Giving Etiquette. I asked the question, as you grew older, what scenes from certain Christmas films, whether you be your favorite or just ones that you like. It can just be ones that you know that are near and dear to you. Which scenes from your favorite Christmas films became more meaningful to you over time? I'll give you an example. For me, was the end of A Christmas Story, where it's the mother and the father in the living room with Silent Night playing, and they're looking at the snow falling. That very peaceful moment at the end of all the chaos. That was something that, you know, it was always very attractive to me when I was a kid, just because it was cozy and it was nice. But only when you grow older, I mean, that was the most beautiful moment of the whole film. So that's something I grew into. So I wonder, scenes from Christmas films that maybe as a kid they weren't as attractive to you because you didn't have the life experience to realize why they were so important. But did anything pop into mind?
My fear now as I watch that I'll end up as Mr. Gower.
Oh no!
Oh no!
With the poison in the pills?
That I will end up as a rummy going into.
You don't even drink. How are you going to end up with a rum?
You gotta.
Well, that is my goal for this year, to become an alcoholic.
Just to get that first shot down.
So that is my fear of becoming Mr. Gower. I guess really more and more and more. And it's corny and it's like, oh God, they're talking about that again. More and more and more. It's a Wonderful Life. And I never thought it would happen. For a while it got like this. I was sort of on a plateau. And now it's spiking like crazy. What is hitting me on so many levels in that movie?
And what in particular? Like, is it telephone scene? Is it just, you know?
The telephone scenes is wonderful. That's the beginning of youth. It's this wonderful time frame. It's really
the distress.
The things, the certain line. No, he's not sick. It's worse. He's discouraged.
Yeah.
There's certain lines that hit me, and the end of the movie, the incongruity that this really could feasibly happen, where every single person we know would still be alive and end up in the same room, whether it's to give money or not. It is the ultimate dream.
Yeah.
And it becomes more and more. It becomes razor sharp as time goes on.
Yeah. There's a lot in that movie. Absolutely. What about you, Lauren? Anything?
Nothing in particular.
Even from like any poignant moments from Elf? Or anything you take, like for you know,
I don't know
like
if there are many poignant moments.
Well,
about
I mean, there's some comforting. When I was watching with Aurora, like when we were watching Home Alone, for example, the whole old Mr. Marley, the Mr. Marley episodes, scenes, that's stronger than ever now, especially when they talk in the church, and he's trying to figure out how to get, you know, how to reconnect with his son, and because he wants to be around his granddaughter, and he takes advice from Kevin, and at the end the family gets back together.
Yeah.
So the old Mr. Marley storyline is beautiful there too, because, you know, who knows really how long he and his son hadn't spoken, but we all know now how easy it is for just years to just sap away and you don't hear from somebody. Years, not just weeks. Like people that you used to be close to will just be gone for 20 years.
Right.
You know, that happens so easily, and that's nuts. Anthony, what about you? Anything? Any scenes from any movies that really stick with you sometimes? Now more than ever?
Are you sure you want to do this, Frank?
Oh, I don't know. Well, what could it possibly be?
The scene when we find out about
The
that.
funny thing is that I see in your chat room people think I did that on purpose.
No.
They think I was trying to make a joke. Oh,
No.
yeah. What a funny joke.
No. There's no joke.
What scene? Well, I appreciate the National Lampoons, the drinking of the eggnog, just by taking the cup and just scooping it up like that.
Yeah. Oh, well, I always
That
like.
always stuck with me.
Yeah, like leveling himself out, like when he's gulping it desperately.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what's funny about that? I saw, and National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. That's one of those. That's a great example, because I understand now the stress of wanting to make things perfect, and sometimes you just have to let go a little bit more than you want to just let it settle where it's going to naturally settle. And sometimes it works out perfect. Sometimes it works out better than you thought. But other times, I just know that stress, no doubt about it. So it's funny. It's funnier now because I understand that stress a lot more. But yeah, I get you there. I do.
I think I'm noticing more too. All the movies that have have the hints towards things that only adults will understand. That like I didn't understand as a kid. Like we were talking about Uncle Frank in Home Alone?
Oh yeah.
And what
Uncle
a mooch
Frank.
he is.
Yeah.
And just how like terrible he is as a person. He's just a horrible character.
But at the same time, I've never understood. Okay.
And now I'm looking at Mr., the dad in the whole new way, Mr. McAllister. Like he did nothing the whole movie. He did nothing. Nothing to help his wife.
Right.
Nothing. He supposedly he's paying for everything, but he complains about Kevin's bill in the mansion that they were staying in
The plaza.
The plaza. When it's stacked full of free gifts.
I know. Think about what he did. That's a great example, Uncle Frank in Home Alone, because when we were growing up, Uncle Frank was just like this mean guy because he's like, look what you did, you little jerk. But you know what? I think he is hilarious now. Hilarious. And not because if I had an Uncle Frank, he'd because he is a mooch. He is a thoughtless, greedy mooch who just wants to have everybody. He just has everything paid for. He doesn't pay for anything.
Right.
But I think that it makes him hilarious now in ways that because I couldn't assess the character more completely. I just thought he was mean back then. But now I see why he's such a caricature. So things like that happen over time. So I actually I would love to get an Uncle Frank shirt if I can find one. So and if I can't find one, I'll make one for next year. Anywho, that's all. Okay, let's take a really quick break. When we come back, I want to read through this article, and we'll take some calls, and we'll have some fun, and that'll be the end of 2024. Can you imagine that? Okay, don't go anywhere, everybody. My family and I will be right here.
It's intermission time, folks. Time out to press the like button.
Frankly.
Quite 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 frankly. Quite frankly.
Quite frankly.
Quite frankly.
Quite frankly, guys.
Quite frankly.
Quite frankly.
Quite frankly.
So everybody watch. Quite frankly. With Frank.
How dare you?
Okay. Let me get to some super chats for a second here. I got a couple that just came in on quitefranklysuperchat.com. Dooku Dan says childhood Christmases ended when my grandmother passed. I'm sorry. Her meals can never be duplicated, and the aromas of what she cooked and baked for Christmas went with her. I tried to find and even make strafoli and ricotta balls like she made, but nothing will taste as good. Yes, I know. It reminds me. Listen, there's a lot there, and I'll just throw it up there. This is from Ray Bradbury, and you know we love Bradbury on this show, and we're gonna be reading Fahrenheit 451 to start off book club for 2025, and this is Ray Bradbury on loss. He says, when I was a boy, my grandfather died, and he was a sculptor. He was also a very kind man who had a lot of love to give the world, and he helped clean up the slum in our town. He made toys for us, and he did a million things in his lifetime. He was always busy with his hands. And when he died, I suddenly realized I wasn't crying for him at all, but for all the things he did. I cried because he would never do them again. He never would carve another piece of wood or help us raise doves and pigeons in the backyard or play the violin the way that he did or tell us jokes the way that he did. He was part of us, and when he died, all the actions stopped dead, and there was no one to do them just the way he did. He was individual. He was an important man. I've never gotten over his death. Often I think, what wonderful carvings never came to birth because he died, how many jokes are missing from the world, and how many homing pigeons untouched by his hands. He shaped the world. He did things to the world. The world was bankrupted of 10 million fine actions the night he passed on. And that's part of the reason why, even though you pick up the mantle to create and to do that and to be that for somebody else, once something like that happens to you, it transforms your world. It transforms your perception. And it you get cast in a different role. And so naturally, you say goodbye to all types of things, and hopefully that just becomes the launch pad for other great things in the future. But yeah, I understand what you're saying there, Dan. Jay Britt says, Merry Christmas, Frank, and to all the wonderful family, even Anthony. Let's see here. John Nevin, I didn't see this, John, on Friday said this money is specifically to help fund more George Washington reenactments. I get you. That was a wonderful time. It was almost like we were there watching George Washington get bled to death on the couch over here once again. You know that's the reason why George Washington died, right, guys? He was bled to death. We were all taught that he died of pneumonia, but he was just. We only have 8 pints of blood, and they took 5 from him because they thought that was going to make something. That's it. He would have fine.
Let's take his blood.
Yeah, another pint. I think we'll get it all out then. All right, let's see. Over on Rumble, we got some rants. One Rumble rant from Is This the Real Life? Says, much love and blessings to you and yours. What a beautiful family you have. Thanks for sharing. Much love. And I thank you. Yeah, it's important to do these shows to me. Very important to me to do these shows. The scene from Family Stone when Rachel McAdams is tearing up at the Christmas tree after their mother had passed away. I'm so close to my mom that when that eventually happens, I'll feel the same. You're talking about, I never seen that movie. Did you guys ever see Family Stone?
No.
No? Okay, what else do we have here?
I wanted to, but I never did.
So you know of it then?
I know the title. I know that I remember seeing a couple of scenes around a dining room table. If I'm not mistaken, a lot of stars are in it.
Okay, I have never seen it.
Isn't Emma Stone in it?
Well, she just said Rachel McAdams. Maybe I don't know.
No,
I don't
maybe
know.
not. Maybe not.
The Hillbilly Deluxe says, I bought a Gus Polinski and the Kenosha Kickers t-shirt because we share the same last name. From what I found out, my last name is rather prevalent. Well, hey, we don't have a very prevalent last name, but if I found anything that matched it, I'd probably get it too.
Doesn't even match most of your family.
Yeah, our name doesn't even match our family. You're right. Everybody's different versions. The pre-war version, the post-war version of our last name. Here over on quitefrankly.tv, here are some of our gold pills. Esther G says, Happy Christmas, Frank and family, and all the Franklies. Neo says, Merry Christmas, Frank and fam. Thank you. C. Blanche, who says, Merry Christmas, amen. Doug Simmy, Merry Christmas, Franklies. Angel Flower says, Merry Christmas to Frank and family. What a beautiful family. Thank you so much. My neck is really itchy in this thing. This is not like a wool shirt. If it's wool, it would be very uncomfortable. This is actually soft, but still, I don't like
things on your neck.
Hey, I'm not used.
Tuck it the other way.
I'm not doing that.
Well,
I have to just, if I'm going to do it, I have to just commit to it.
Once your blood is gone.
That's it. The problem is I have
sucked out.
What's your mom?
Then your neck won't bother you.
No. Let's see.
Don't
Joseph.
ever barge in when I'm taking a nap.
I'm not going to barge in. Angel Flower says, Merry Christmas to Frank and family. Joseph 777 says, Aurora is a star waiting to happen. What? C. Lynn, thank you for that. Thank you. Subscriptions all around. C. Blanche again said, Merry Christmas, Godspeed, and God bless you all, and a Happy New Year. Shaquille Oatmeal says, Merry Christmas, Frank. Enjoying your show while cleaning for Christmas. Cheers. I love cleaning. Don't you? Shaquille again says, what Anthony meant to say is that if you're naughty and don't believe anymore, he doesn't come. Right, Ant? See?
Something like that.
That's exactly what's going on. Sean Joe, thank you. C. Blanche, Stowe Stube, Merry Christmas, Frank and family, and also the wonderful Franklies. And then he sent a whole sleeve of cookies. Incredible. Porpoiseful says, great show. Merry Christmas. Winston Dave, Merry Christmas, Valbiro family. And Country Girl 007, Merry Christmas. I love your family shows. We used to do a spring one. We used to do one around my birthday and one around Christmas. We used to do a couple of more a year than so that it really accentuates the passage of time now when we have just these days in December. But I love them one way or another.
When people send you sleeves of cookies, what kind of cookies do you envision?
I always think of Chips Ahoy.
I always think of Thin Mints.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know why.
I don't know why, because I haven't had a Chips Ahoy in so long. I like chocolate chip cookies, but whenever I think of a sleeve of cookies, just from my life, that means either Chips Ahoy or Oreo.
Oreo.
But Oreos are like in a.
Yummy.
Well,
were they in the?
No, you're right.
Were they ever in that?
No, a sleeve. Yeah.
What about
Chips
pecan sandies?
Pecan sandies
in a sleeve?
I don't think they were in a sleeve.
I don't think
either.
so either.
Chips Ahoy were definitely in two sleeves.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes.
So I love that. You know what? You want to talk about shedding the restrictions of childhood? Oh, whenever it would be nighttime, if my mother was in charge of, if she was like getting us ready for bed, me and Anthony, years ago, like in the early 90s or something, sometimes we would get a scoop of ice cream each, maybe a couple of cookies, but you get a glass of milk, maybe 3 cookies. If you negotiated, you can get 4 Chips Ahoy. The real moment is being able to say, I bought this
I'm gonna
this
eat
package,
the whole sleeve.
and I'm going to eat the whole.
to.
This is going to be my dinner tonight.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm going to eat this entire sleeve of cookies.
Yeah.
And just to throw 4, because you take what I started to do. I'm sure everybody at home had your own method, but to take at least 3 to 4, maybe even 5 cookies, and put them into the cup, submerged, and then take the spoon and break through them and scoop it out and just take it. It's so good. Mm-hmm. And what I also would do is I would drop the Chips Ahoy. I would turn it upside down so the flat end would be up.
Okay.
And I would throw it I'd lower it down onto the surface of the milk. And I would just watch slowly as the entire cookie was consumed by the milk. And slowly you can see it's getting saturated from the bottom up. And then it starts sinking. And I look at it like as a Titanic or something like that. Like it's going down or something. Oh, those are some great memories. Watching, Roadrunner and Coyote on TNT.
So you were able to really break through the childhood restrictions in your adult life.
Well, the Chips Ahoy restriction, yeah.
I don't. I still restrict myself.
Oh, I haven't. Well,
but that's
with cookies.
In high school,
but no one's coming to yell at you.
It's ridiculous. I still do it.
I'm talking high school, college. I would. You go to Cumberland Farms, you pick up an entire box of the Little Debbie fudge brownies with the walnut chips on top of it.
Bill,
I did that one
Bill's.
night. I did that one night until I got a factory worker's hair in my mouth.
Oh my God!
Oh, it was one of the worst experiences I can tell you about. I went. It was probably that first summer that Lauren and I were dating in 2005, and or it might have been early 2006. And I was at her house watching a little bit of a Mets game with her and her grandmother and her mom. And the Mets game wasn't over, but I was about to go home. I said, you know what? I'm going to go to Cumberland Farms. I'm going to pick up a box of those Little Debbie brownies, and I'm going to go home, and I'm going to watch the rest of the Mets game up in my room. I'm going to have a nice tall glass of milk and have a couple of brownies. Well, I was on like the third brownie, and I was having a wonderful time. Mets were in like the 8th or 9th inning. I didn't care what was on, as long as baseball was on. And I took a bite into that third or fourth brownie, because they're small. And when I bit and I pulled away from it, there was something holding on.
Oh, no.
Oh, my God.
Something holding on. And I let go with my mouth. I pulled the whole thing away, and I saw the corner I bit dangling from a hair attached to the rest of the brownie. And I thought, I was thinking crazy things. I have to get myself an AIDS test. I have to I was thinking crazy shit because I started thinking to myself, okay, it's one thing that you go to your aunt's house, your grandmother's house, and you scoop yourself some pasta in a dish, and there's a hair there. It's not the most welcome sight, but at least it's your family. You just get rid of it, and hopefully there's no more in the food. But when you think about something coming out of a factory, a box that was put together in a factory somewhere, whose hair could this have been? Who was that? That really disturbed me.
Why would it be someone who had AIDS that was hired?
I don't know.
And once they were hired and the hair was deposited, even if hair was a way you got AIDS, by the time you got that brownie, if those cells are still alive,
I know
there's something wrong.
Something else is the matter.
Listen, it was a unique situation to be in, so I figured this could just be a perfect storm.
Have you had one since?
No. Well, you know who would get us? Matt would, whenever he would go down to the bodega from the first studio location a few blocks from here, he would go down to the bodega, and every once in a while he would buy a cosmic brownie. It's essentially the same thing.
Yeah.
And he got us a couple of those, and sometimes we ate them, sometimes we didn't, because that's when I started realizing how bad they taste. Like if I were to have one of those Little Debbies right now, I might as well just eat chemicals.
Yeah.
Terrible. All right. So some people said, let's see here, from my wife, now that we have kids of our own, the scene in Elf. Here you go. Attitude at Altitude said the scene in Elf when the dad leaves his corporate writer job to go find Buddy, when he when he tells his boss on Christmas Eve, to hell with it, I'm leaving. She liked that.
Yeah, that's a good scene.
Okay, can I say something about that scene?
Yeah.
It would have taken him 2 seconds to make that presentation. Like 2 minutes, tops.
Yeah.
That presentation would have taken him 2 minutes.
Right.
He did not have to quit that job.
You know what?
And I get it's the principle of the thing, but still.
Yeah.
That was a little dramatic. But okay.
No, there's a
Well,
couple.
that's another element here is the holes in all of the holiday movies we love.
Oh, absolutely. I've been picking at Home Alone.
There's so many holes.
I love them. Well, Home Alone, I'll tell you something. That's just honestly, you had to.
Suspend belief a little.
Yeah, well, you always have to suspend belief because there's no reason why he couldn't have found a neighbor or somebody in town or whatever.
Yeah.
All that stuff. They had to stretch and they have to find a way to plug holes the best they can. But if you take that story and you deposit it even 10 years into the future, there's no way to plug the holes anymore because of cell phones and everything else.
Oh, yeah.
There's no way to. I mean, it was really just a product of its time. How analog everything still was.
There's a new thing that I heard is happening at the end of the coming year. I don't know which phone's going to be able to do it. It's called the doorbell. Did you hear about this?
What do you mean?
It literally, you could unlock all the doors in your house from your phone.
Why would you do that? That sounds stupid.
Yeah.
It was supposedly a good thing the way they were describing it on the radio. I don't know.
How would you?
There's a lot of home devices that can link to your and be
This
controlled
one is
by your phone now.
supposedly one that people are waiting for it to come out.
That's
Not
silly.
me.
No, that's
So maybe you could look it up. Maybe there's something I'm missing. It's called the doorbell, and it's going to be something like an app on maybe an Apple phone or something of that sort.
I don't know. I mean, we already have Ring apps, but as far as being able to, that would be a whole home system. You'd have to. Every door would be electronic in some way. And why? I mean, I don't know.
Why?
I don't know why. You can. I mean, there's plenty of ways to control your garage door from miles away, from the other side. Everything. Most of the lights in this studio are all controlled by my phone. I can be on the other side of the planet, and I can turn them on, and they're all on timers and everything. And the same could be said. It's called the Internet of Things. They want
So literally, literature and stories and everything has become obsolete.
You would, if we allow it to just run its course, then yeah, but we can't allow that.
Well,
how
are you going to change it?
You can't. You can't allow it to become the story. You can't allow the technology to become the storytellers. We have to remain the storytellers. It's not human.
I'm going to go live in a cabin in the northern corner of South Dakota.
Like the Unabomber. You should live like the Unabomber in the middle of the street.
I don't know anything about anything. As a matter of fact, last night I'm saying, why are they saying they were giving suggestions for when you would be going traveling? Wear slip-on shoes so when you take your shoes off. I said to Bill, what do you mean take your shoes off? He said when you go through to get on a plane.
Oh, yeah.
You've got to take your shoes off. I said, when the hell did this happen?
Oh, yes.
He said, basically, when the Unabomber, I went,
Unabomber?
who the hell is the Unabomber?
No, this is all 9/11. This is all TSA after 2001.
I've been in a plane since 9/11. And I never took my shoes off.
I don't know how many times I've had to take. I seem to think that there were times I didn't have to take my shoes off, but many times we had to. And then there's the X-ray. Yeah. I don't know how many times, but there's definitely frisks and
the shoes thing. I didn't know, and so this just shows everyone that I'm really in an underpass.
Yeah, living under the 95. All right, so
Yeah.
you ready for this? Listen to this. Here your ultimate gift to your ultimate guide to gift giving etiquette. I'm going to throw this up on the screen, and we're going to talk a little bit about it. And you guys just jump in anytime. How do you accept a horrible gift? Do you really need to write a thank you note? And other questions answered by etiquette experts. This is from the Epic Times. Now, that in particular is really interesting. Finding the elusive perfect gift, I don't know. I think that's just, you know the person, and sometimes it hits you. But when it comes to the worst gift you've ever received, there were some things in here that that I thought were really, really well said. Things like, what is it? A hot dog. Look at this. This one, Diane Gottsman, says the worst gift she ever received, a hot dog rotating machine. Although I really like hot dogs, I don't want the contraption on my counter. Have you ever been given a gift that was an absolute inconvenience that you didn't know? Like, what would you ever get an inconvenient gift?
So inconvenient.
No.
That's
Look,
very.
No.
Look, as far as inconveniences are concerned, and this is a pet peeve of mine, when I'm watching House Hunters and they walk in and say, "No, I don't like the wall color." No, there's a rug. Paint it.
Well, what are you going to do with a hot dog
Pull
machine?
up the rug.
Well, what about a hot dog? Okay, if I give you a hot.
Hide the hot dog machine. Put ivy over it. Put ivy like it's a planter. What are you kidding me? How do you hide the hot dog machine? Who's gonna keep a hot dog machine that rotates on your counter to begin with? People put too much stuff on their counter.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's the whole thing. This is something that was imposed onto a person. It's an imposition from someone else. You wouldn't go out there and buy.
So in other words, this person comes over every week.
No,
so
it's a Christmas
you
gift.
gotta have it there so they can see it.
Oh, well, what do you do with it? Here's the rules here. When they talk about terrible gifts, they talk about regifting, and where that can run afoul. Now, obviously, a hot dog machine. I mean, you're not going to run the risk of regifting it to the same person because you'd remember who the hell gave it to you.
You lie, first of all, because you want the kindness of people, whether they didn't think of you or not. When they bought the hot dog machine, you're going to tell them, "Oh my God, I use it all the time. I can't tell you how many times I take that hot dog machine. It saves time for me with the kids, everything. It's right there. Hot dogs go in, they're finished." And then you take the hot dog machine
And you sell it.
bring it downstairs in the garage for a period of time. Let's say 6 months to 8 months. Let's be kind. 8 months. And then you ask around people you know who might want it. And then the next thing I guess you're going to do is maybe not throw it out. Maybe there's a place
You
where
can
you
always
can
break
bring
it.
the metal.
Oh, you can break it. Good job,
Say,
Mom.
oh, it's
You could break it by just saying, "Oh, I love this machine. Oh my God. Oh my God."
It's like the leg lamp. And
Yeah, exactly.
you used up all the glue.
Break it on purpose.
Well, the one thing you can do is almost like being able to make an impression with everybody in the room before you have an early exit from a party. You got to have the hot dog machine make an appearance at maybe just a Labor Day.
That's what I was thinking.
One
Bring it
appearance.
outside for your next cookout.
For Labor Day.
And make sure she's there.
And then you can get rid of it.
And then get rid of it.
And then make sure it stayed out there for the next rainstorm.
Yeah.
Right.
And then,
I forgot it. It's shorted out.
yeah.
And then dark night.
and then you
Dark
get another
night.
one for next Christmas.
Right.
You don't-
you liked it so
Yeah.
much.
Make sure that, Esther
one's
doesn't see
waterproof.
you do it. And you go like this. Just put it inside the thing. Bring it in the front. for Wednesday.
Garbage man will pick it up.
That's it.
Do you guys listen to this? This is the importance of a simple thank you note. Tell me to ask you about this. In an era of email and texting, sending a handwritten letter via snail mail has become a lost art. And with that, the tradition of thank you notes has begun to disappear as well. The author here says, handwriting a thank you note, especially for wedding gifts, shouldn't be considered old-fashioned. We give a gift without any expectation. That's what we should do. But a thank you note is always expected. It's the appropriate thing to do. Notes are not outdated. They're not antiquated. They let gift givers know that you received it. Is there a threshold for a thank you note?
No, I don't think so. As a matter of fact, we are going to. I'm determined to write out and send out. I don't care how expensive it is. 250 thank you notes.
Oh, yeah. Well,
the same thing goes like Misty or Pat TC. You can't read his because Pat has beautiful handwriting that is so tiny that it's hard to read. But they always send thank you notes for all different occasions.
Yeah.
I never do.
Yeah, well, that's
I haven't in years.
Yeah.
Now it's become a convenience to leave a text or an email.
Yeah, sometimes people will send me things at the P.O. box, like very, thoughtful, funny things, whatever, and they'll actually include their email address in with the card. And I was like, oh, great. Then I'll write them an email right away. But we still send, Lauren and I, man, we are mad mailers. We mail so much stuff. It's a lot of fun, to be honest, especially if you have a system in place. But
I intend to get some kind of interesting and send out these cards.
I think that
I don't know how I'm going to do it, but I am.
Maintaining mailing lists is the best thing too, because then it's just big. Aurora, do you help mommy prepare the mail sometimes? And you remember what you were doing yesterday? Or yesterday. Tell everybody what you were doing yesterday with all the envelopes that we were sending out for the mail. Tell the microphone.
I was taking off the stickers and I was putting on my another stickers.
So she was sealing the envelopes, and then she was picking out all the stickers that she wanted to put on the envelope.
Oh, that's great.
So, a lot of people getting those, they get a little special touch. All right. Well, we'll see. Anybody else has anything that they want to say, etiquette and lost arts? Oh, Mom, Uncle Nick is watching right now.
Hey, brother.
There you go.
Nicholas and my niece Sherry. And who is everybody watching or?
I don't know.
And Carol and Dave.
Probably all watching.
Okay.
So,
hey, Nick.
See?
I'll call you tomorrow.
There you go. Family extending out of the studio into the rest of the world. Hope everybody's feeling well tonight. Okay, 8:30. We got a couple more things to do. Here's something fun with you guys. Right now, I have this. It's been a long time since I checked in on it, but I have this. Look up at the screen. You see the world? You see the globe right there? All those little green dots on the globe, those are radio stations that are live everywhere. We can jump into any country and just click on a radio station to see what's playing. And I figured that we go a little, we can just travel around a little bit. You guys want to throw a country out there and we can go see what's playing? If there's any Christmas music or something. Uruguay. Okay. Mom said Greece and you said Uruguay. Let's go Greece first. Let's see. Where do you want to go in Greece?
Athens?
Let's see. Athens DJ FM 99. Hold on. Wait. Get out of here.
So now's the time to shop new
That's
deals
Greece?
at Lowe's. Make your home even merrier.
No way. There's no way that there's a Lowe's commercial. No, hold on. Wait.
This holiday season, Capital One reminds
Get out of here, man.
It's probably just like.
How do you feel when you switch to Geico and save on your car insurance? It's like finishing your life.
Oh, we'll just let that go. That's not happening in Athens. I'm going to 92.6 at Athens, and I want to hear what's going on. Then we'll go to Uruguay next. Oh, let's see if they're over.
I mean, has this ever happened in the history of laundry?
Oh my God, they're still talking about laundry. Everything is just insufferable with the ads.
Yeah.
It's insufferable now. You can be waiting to read the most tragic story that's in the news today, and you have to sit through a 30-second Crest commercial first. Another one. Hold on.
There it is.
Nice. Okay, well, Uruguay. Let's see. Uruguay.
That?
South America. South America.
Like they do on your Miss Universe.
Let's.
Oh, I love it. They stay out of their minds.
Punta del Este, 103.5. Aspen FM. Let's see.
Personalizada. 30 años caminando a tu lado, acompañando tu presente.
What did he say? What did she say, Lauren?
I don't know. Don't put me
No
on
es
the
solo
spot.
crecer, sino que es adaptarse, vivir cada día con pasión. Un viaje constante
Live with
con un
passion.
compromiso sin fin.
Okay, we're going to go somewhere else. 101.9. Wait, is that Madonna?
Of
Sounds
course
like
it
it.
is. And where was it?
That's in Uruguay.
Of course it's Madonna.
101.9. Wait, this is different now.
Se siente todo.
How about the island of St. Vincent?
St. Vincent?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go to St. Vincent together, guys.
Rihanna.
St. Vincent. No. St. Vincent would be down here
In the Grenadines.
Hold on. No, this is in Haiti. That's Haiti. Hold on a second. Why the hell do you give me St. Vincent? Do they not have any?
Is it St. Vincent and the Grenadines?
St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Here we go. All right, they got a couple. There it is, tiny little island. All right, this is Radio RCF 93.5 FM. By the way, everybody, this is Radio Garden, radio.garden. If you're wondering, you can listen to radio all over the place. Oh, wait, no. Are you sure? This is St. Vincent? What about this? Yeah, Sounds like worship music.
Gospel.
I think it's gospel.
Could be.
It's called Adoration FM, so it has to be.
Yeah.
Everybody's getting. Oh, there's this one. I'll tell you one thing. There's this one radio station right here that it's in Bermuda. This one right here. First of all, I didn't even know that Bermuda is out there.
/faith5. That's chministries.org/faith5.
And it's just one. It's called Inspiration 105. It's religious and stuff, but it's also I heard the other talk programming out of Bermuda on this one thing, and it was actually kind of interesting at one point. There's a conversation going on. I just did not know that Bermuda was out there in the middle of nowhere. I thought it was
Bermuda Triangle,
but I thought it was more south. I thought it was more so around.
I did too, to tell you the truth.
Yeah, look at how far directly out east it is.
Yeah.
So I never got that. But we can go anywhere. We can go listen to what's going on in what's this over here? What is this? What is that?
How do you pick up that
Tintua Piele. Well, what's this one right here?
Get the Honda of your dreams.
Yeah, okay, never mind.
Honda days. Honda days.
I know. I just wanted to do a little bit of traveling with you guys for some reason. Anyway, we're going to take some calls. 914-200-0269. Give us a buzz. Let us know what you're thinking. Let us know how's everything going to go. And also remember, tomorrow I'm going to be doing a little bit of a midnight telethon from Studio B at home. So I'll go live around 11:45 like I did last year and stay on for about 20 minutes and just take rapid amount of calls from everybody. As fast as you can get in, just state your name, where you're from, and wish the whole world a Merry Christmas. That's what I like. All right, let's take a call. 480, you're on the air. Go ahead.
Hey, Frank, it's Rosie.
Hey, Rosie, welcome. And welcome with the whole family's here.
I know. Merry Christmas to you all. You guys all look fabulous.
Oh, thank you.
As usual.
Thank you.
And Miss Aurora is so cute.
Aurora, did you hear that?
I have like the most random question. It has nothing to do with Christmas, but it's for your father. So just prepare for random.
Okay.
Okay. I want to hang drapes. I want them to the ceiling. But I don't know the correct way to do it. Please help.
You want drapes to drape from the ceiling?
Ceiling to the floor, but I know there has to be a special ratio, like a foot out from the side of the window, something like that.
It's really your own.
What was that?
It's really your own preference. If you're trying to extend the look of the window just by the drape itself, which was very much a practice for from the 50s all the way through to about the late 70s or 80s, you could hang them from the ceiling with whatever implement of hanging you want to use, whether it's a pocket type of hardware, or if you want to do some kind of doweling or something with a finial. And really, you want to make sure, it depends what the room is. Is it a corner area?
No.
It's just in the middle of the room.
It's center.
Okay.
Yeah, it's completely center. It's a large picture window, but I would love to have finials. Yes, I would like to extend the height, like just make it look grander than it is.
Okay, so then really I would extend on either side of the window approximately between 6 and 8 inches. You don't have to necessarily do a foot on each side. Could be 6 and 8 inches just so you're extending the look of the window itself.
And so that when you open your curtains, they can be on the side of the window and not blocking the window.
Correct.
And it's going to give the illusion that there's more window than there actually is.
Correct. And I would need like twice the amount of fabric than I do have window. Yes?
Yes. But also, the thing is you've got to measure it out. Measure from your ceiling down to the floor. It may be a 90-inch length, and you could buy in a special order a 90-inch curtain as opposed to an 84-inch curtain.
Oh my God! I hate math.
Did that answer your question, Rosie?
Yes, it did. And I'm so sorry it's so not Christmassy, but I love your father. Figured what better person to ask than him.
No, it's absolutely
I hope you don't mind.
fine. That's $185. You could send it by Venmo.
Yes, I'll be sending it to you.
Yeah, that's
I'm kidding.
Hey, that's why we're here. We're here to. This is why we're here. We're remodeling your homes.
Oh my God, it's
I'm glad. I
eternalized.
can't wait
forever
to see how
in
it looks.
audio and recording. Oh my God, it's embarrassing, but hey, I had to do it. You know what I mean?
I'm glad you did.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I'm glad you called in too. And you know what? Do me a favor, Rosie, and send us befores and afters.
Oh God, this involves math, which of course, I mean, it's fine.
No, you're talking to somebody that failed math.
Okay, we'll be fine. Thank you so much, Father Valvero. I really appreciate it.
I'm Father Valvero.
Wait, listen, no.
Father,
I just asked that question the other day. Could someone become a nun or a priest after being married for years?
Okay, you know what's funny? My mother was a nun.
Yes.
Your mother was a nun?
Yes, I can't even. Oh my God,
I have wanted to be a nun my whole life.
So
Did you ever see the movie Trouble with Angels with Rosalind Russell?
No, I haven't. I just watched what's the bishop's
The Bishop's Wife. The original?
I just watched that. Yes, the original, of course.
1947.
Yes. My mom was a nun prior to her getting married. And so that apparently she told me, so my father just died this year, and it's tough, and she has all of her friends that are sisters and motherships or whatever, reverends, whatever.
Yeah.
And
novitiates.
Thank you. She said that there is an order where basically widows can go into religious life after their husbands have passed. And she thought about it.
Would
and
you
like,
feel weird? Would you feel weird if your mother was a nun?
Yes, very much so. Very much.
I have your mother on the phone right now. Your mother is right now at a convent. I have her on the phone.
She would be so happy.
She is a novitiate at St. Francis in Connecticut. Hey, wait a minute. I'll get her for you.
She would be thrilled. She would love it.
Tell her I want to be a nun too.
There you, well,
I'll tell her.
Thank you for that,
Merry
Rosie.
Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you.
Okay, Merry Christmas to you guys. Thanks again.
Yeah,
Bye.
There's plenty of that.
Did you know that we know that in Catholic school that only a woman can have?
Mom, please talk into the microphone.
All of the sacraments.
What? Wait,
only
say it again.
A woman can receive all of the sacraments and become a nun too.
Okay. What
she could do? She can. Yeah, that's what they said.
What do you mean?
Which
sacrament is would exclude men?
Become nuns anyway.
She can get up in the morning and make some bacon and eggs.
But wait.
Maybe only.
Which sacrament excludes men?
Men can't have children and become a priest? Is that what you're saying?
No, but she just said only women can receive all the sacraments.
Scratch that from the.
I'm going to have to. Yeah, well, there has to be something there, but it's not that. There's not like a woman-only sacrament, not that I know of. There's different oaths.
She can say mass and confession, but she's a nun.
Aurora, what do you think about all this, Aurora?
She could do all the sacraments and then become a nun. Only a woman could do that.
You having a good time, Aurora?
Nope.
You're not having a good time?
Nope.
What do you think that we should do to entertain people at home?
I hate this show.
Oh my!
Oh, great!
Jeez, when the hell did you learn that word? You hate? Hate?
Well, all right.
Maybe
not good.
Well,
everyone's entitled to their opinion.
Jeez, it's like we brought the chat room into the room.
That's what I was going to ask.
So I don't look at the chat room, and now she's kind of brought that with her. Well, anyway, let's get on to the next one. 530, you're on the air. Go ahead. Hello?
Oh, hi, Frank. Excuse the voice. I just wanted to wish you a Merry Christmas.
What's the matter?
And I also wanted to tell you that I laughed so hard I cried the other night watching your father and brother do their duet. And then I cried because it was just so freaking wonderful.
Well,
anyways.
Deborah, what's the matter with your voice?
Oh, my vocal cords got damaged from being on a ventilator.
Oh, man.
kind of a long story, but yeah.
Because I remember you. I remember you. Didn't you? You've called in before, right?
No, this is my first time.
Wow. Okay. Well, either way, I'm so happy you called. I don't know why. I thought we've spoken before.
No, this is my first time calling, but I've watched you for years, and I just love your show.
So that wasn't.
I love you guys.
So that wasn't your first time. Obvious. That must be something that you look forward to every year. Then when Anthony and my dad do their "Oh Holy Night" duet.
Oh my gosh, it was so funny. I swear I just laughed so hard. It just gave me so much Christmas joy.
It does every year.
Really.
And guys, we were just talking about that on Friday when I left off the week with that. That was 8 years ago because you did that in 2016, right?
I think. I don't even remember.
Anthony, wasn't it 2016?
Yes.
Okay, so I mean it's you guys just released your latest collaboration today, right?
Three songs.
We did 3 songs.
So Deborah, you got to go to Anthony's 10-second songs channel on YouTube and look at the most recent upload. You can watch
it's Anthony Vincent behind the scenes channel.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I'll make sure I share it. But you got to go check that out because they just released their latest collaboration today, Deborah.
Oh, great. I'll go listen to it for sure. Yeah. Anthony, you got a range on you. You got some chops there. They're beautiful.
Mm-hmm. Well, I appreciate you and thanks. Call in next week. We're going to be doing a lot of end of the year looking back and putting all of our predictions in for 2025. So I hope you're part of it, Deborah.
All right. I'll be there.
Okay.
Feel better.
Take care. Be well.
Merry Christmas, family.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Okay. Is this the real life? Says, Dear George, remember, no man is a failure who has friends. Thanks for the wings. Love, Clarence. That just came in right now on the Rumble.
Lovely.
Very lovely. Also, Moral Eclipse says, Merry Christmas. Greetings from San Francisco, California. I'm a guy that sent the Christmas package a few years back with the Spookies collectibles. I love these family episodes, the best Christmas episodes in the space. All the love. I remember the Spookies collectibles. And Dad, real quick on this, because we're running out of time now.
Yeah.
You hear anything else about this supposed sequel?
Well, it's a definitive thing, from what I understand. They're in the process of writing the script. From what I understand from another very well-known actor, a horror actor in the genre, that I am supposed to be in the sequel. That's all I know at this point.
Every living cast member should be part of another.
I agree with you.
Another zombie montage at the end.
Yes,
it would be perfect. It's the most obvious thing.
Yep, and so I think it's going to happen. But it's like anything else, it's getting financing. So that's what they're working with now.
All right. Well, hopefully we know more about that soon. Captain Wiggles says $2. Here's $2 for Aurora to not hate the show. LOL. Merry Christmas to the whole family. Rogue says great show. Poso for Hope says Merry Christmas, Aurora, and he gave a nice tip. Did you hear that, Aurora? People are wishing you Merry Christmas. What do you think about that? Oh, she's sleeping. I just see her feet.
No, she is.
Oh, there she is. Are you getting tired? Yeah. You getting tired? You getting ready for bed? You want to sleep here at the studio? You don't want to sleep here with Pyretta in the other room? You can sleep inside of my kick drum. No? Okay. All right, fine. Well, you want to go back to your cozy room. Wart Guy says, clip Aurora saying, I hate this show for the intermission. You're right.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to use that clip for a lot.
Over and over.
I'm sure that made a lot of people's nights.
Like you did with me for years. I can't do anything.
I actually have those over here. I have a lot of those clips.
Get out.
I have to have them. Hold on a second. There's, quite frankly, let me see here. No, there's just so many. Where's the older ones? That would be in Zadal's in New York. No, the Spookies clips have to be somewhere else. And I have to actually make better ones because there's higher definition versions of Spookies just on the internet.
Yeah.
We were ripping them off of the old school low definition rips of DVDs back in the day when we got those clips. So let's see here. Post of Our Hope says, I'm a grandma. Well, see?
Congratulations.
Wonderful.
That's wonderful. All right. Stephen and Lori says, wonderful spending Christmas Eve with the family, Frank. Thank you and Merry Christmas to all. Thank you
Merry
as well.
Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
It's good to have the whole band back together too. You know, like I said, it's been so long since even Lauren was here. So
yeah.
Brother Zoe says, always my favorite show of the year. Thanks for sharing your whole family with us. All the best, my brother. And Rosie Rose says, happy birthday to Casey Kakalaki. It's Casey's birthday? Happy birthday, Casey.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Oh, you got one from Aurora.
Happy birthday.
There you go. Good job. You want to sing to Casey, Aurora?
Mm-mm.
Sing that happy birthday song.
Nope.
Okay. Let's see here.
Not singing anything.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Okay.
All right. Quite trippy. That's Cousin Sherry. Says, Merry Christmas from Uncle Nick and Aunt Carol. So they are watching.
Merry Christmas.
Happy
Merry Christmas.
Everybody's in the same room.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Paul and Carl says, Merry Christmas, Frank and family. Thanks for another wonderful year. This has become a Christmas tradition for us. Aurora is adorable. Santa's shoe to the face and the Christmas story is the most memorable for me. Ho, ho, ho. Merry Christmas, Franklies. Me too. The shoe to the face only because that meant you
What
were...
about she just say, ho, ho, mistletoe?
Ho, ho, mistletoe. You are on the ball, girl.
I just saw this last night in one of the videos. In the video you put together for this Christmas, the Luther Vandross thing, and inside the Hanson cab, you were saying ho, ho, ho.
Oh, yeah.
I don't remember that.
You're talking about wait, you're talking about well, you're referring to the video that we did when we did the Luther Vandross song, and I put together that 20-minute video
With the ho,
with
ho,
the old
ho.
footage.
Yeah.
But what he's talking about, if you're just talking about that footage, is I think it was Tavern in the Green, right?
Yes.
And we were in that little thing that he built, and I was doing the
Hanson
Santa.
cab.
Ho ho ho, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Was that the year that we had we were flipped off by somebody in a car?
Probably.
Yeah, Anthony and I we'd sit out. There was one year, I think it might have been Tavern on the Green, because we were sitting in the we were in the horse
and
trunk.
Joni was doing the Charleston on the front porch.
Could have been, and we like to wave to all the passing cars, and then someone eventually gave us the finger, and me and Anthony were like, "You want to go inside?" Yeah. Yeah, let's just.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, we were just like, you know what, this isn't fun anymore.
Oh, that's terrible.
Whatever. Eventually, somebody's not going to wave back.
Do it back.
Yeah, but see, that's the thing is that we needed to see that.
Yeah.
To really learn how the world is.
The realities of.
We needed that.
We needed that to
It was
realize.
a reality check.
Well, what about
That
the
was the
night they
Christmas.
bashed in all the things with the penguins?
Dad, if you get any more off camera, you're just going to be gone.
Thank you.
He's
That's
rolling
my-
away.
You're rolling.
Because this thing keeps on rolling.
The whole building's on a slant.
Have you ever? Well, this is a little off topic, but have you ever seen that interview with Richard Dreyfuss where he keeps slipping? He's sitting on a chair. I forget who's interviewing, but it's like a recent interview, and he keeps he's sitting on a chair like this, and he's like this.
Are you kidding?
30 minutes in, he's like this.
Oh,
my God.
Richard Dreyfuss.
I gotta ask Marley. She's the one who showed me. It is
That's
the funniest shit.
Like not on purpose?
Yeah, like it was like he acts just gradually through like the 30 minutes of an interview. He just kept slouching to the point where it was just his head.
Oh my God.
poking out.
Okay, I got to see this. I have to see that. That's funny.
It's so funny.
I love stuff like that. Let's see here. Dooku Dan says 1990s Hallmark commercial that couldn't be made today. A memory of being 10 years old and waiting for his brother's return at Christmas because they always sang "Oh Holy Night" together, which is sung in this. And then let me see here. I don't know where I got on that one. Let's see if I can pull this up real quick. Home for the holidays?
This is from the 90s?
Wait, that's the Home Alone guy.
Is it?
That's the Home Alone grandpa.
Yeah. The neighbor.
Mr. Marley?
I was 10 years old that Christmas.
Is that his name?
Yeah.
That was the time
Wait,
my
let me
brother
see.
Tom was working in Europe. We hadn't seen him for over a year. Every Christmas, Tom and I used to sing together for the family.
First of all, it's 2 minutes and 30 seconds. This is really the full length of the...
I sure missed him.
What's it advertising?
Christmas card?
But you see, this is what destroys
That was the year it
lives.
really snowed. I waited for Tom, and I waited. Aunt Nell and the rest of the family barely made it through. No sign of Tom.
The roads are getting pretty bad.
No sign of
That was the
Tom.
longest day I can remember. Dinner came and it went. Still no Tom.
Look at the presents. Yeah. Can I open this one? Open this one, Mom.
Tom will get here.
Sure hope so.
Isn't it time for some music now?
Charlie.
I felt very lonely standing there all by myself.
Oh, holy night, the stars are brightly shining. It is the night of the dear Savior's birth. Long lay the world in sin and
Oh, he's coming through the front door.
shining till he appeared and the soul felt its worth.
A thrill of hope, the weary world rejoices.
Destroys lives.
That's not the guy from Home Alone.
A new and glorious morn.
What's the...
We'll see. Hallmark Christmas commercial.
Oh, my God.
From Hallmark.
It's
A
so
wish that all our families can be
manipulative.
together this Christmas.
That's not...
I can't believe that. I mean,
Look,
wait,
this is, we don't have the time, but this is what destroyed all our lives. Because these things, we'd love them to happen, and some of them happen to some degree, but they don't. This is everybody's home thinking, why does it happen to my family? Tom never came back. He made my mother pregnant with my brother. I never saw Tom again. That's what
I just can't believe that we had a 2.5 minute long commercial. That's a 2.5 minutes. It's a short movie. I mean, that could have been nominated for an Academy Award.
Of course, but people, especially, this was in the 90s.
Yeah, it's 1990s. It seems like 91, 92. That's what it feels like. at least.
Crying, screaming on people on couches, banging the side of their couch. Mad. I'm telling you.
Right. That's it. That's the end of it all.
Yeah.
I just can't believe it's 9:01. It's time to go. Can you imagine that? What do you all have to say?
It makes me sad.
You know, because this is our.
I'm sick of things ending, even if it's a show.
But you see, I mean, this is kind of like a Hallmark commercial. We kind of had a 2-hour Hallmark commercial. Hold on, I'm going to take another call. Wait a second. 734, you're on the air. Go ahead.
Hey, Frank.
Hey, who's this?
This is Lisa Frederick.
Lisa, how are you?
I'm doing pretty good. How are you?
I'm doing all right. I mean, this is Albert's wife. It's good to get it's good to have you on, Lisa. I've thought about you a lot over the last year or so, and man, I'm so happy that you're watching tonight. What's on your mind? You know?
Yeah. Well, I got to tell you, I've been watching tonight, and I also watched
the live you did with your dad with that museum exhibit with all the Christmas trees and all the history.
Yeah.
And oh my gosh, your little girl Aurora. I'm like, she's so big now. What the heck happened?
I don't know.
Time flies.
Yeah, time flies, but she's also very big for her age. So I look at her and I feel like we have a 7-year-old, but she's 4 and she tricks us all. So there is that. It seems like there's a quickening going on.
Oh my gosh. Well, I'm so happy for you and Lauren. You guys have done a great job. I just, and when I watched that, I was like, oh, and I think about Al and I'm like, last time it was like she was just a baby, it seems, when he was here watching the show and the Christmas shows. And so I'm just over here just reminiscing. And that's why, I have to tune in, see how the fam's doing over there in New York.
Well, we're doing our thing and we're holding it down the best we can. I actually just had I sent over the call that Albert made into this show on it was the Christmas 2019 episode. That episode I was talking about the last time everybody in this room were together.
Mm-hmm.
And I had sent that over to John Carroll just so that he could put it in a Christmas folder for next year. And it's a nice call, and I'm glad that we have it on file. I played it last year too, and so I was I was thinking about him today. So it's really something else that you're calling in tonight.
Well, that's a fun one, and I actually just recently rewatched that again as I've been going through some photos and videos on my phone. And Mama, frankly, love you.
Thank
and
you.
I love your sweatshirt tonight because SNL Chevetti Buzz.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I knew somebody out there probably got the reference.
I was wondering if anybody even noticed.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. I'm a Gen Xer too. I just turned 55, so I'm right there with you, girl.
Yeah, that's that. Oh man, this is wonderful. Well, I hope you call in more often, Lisa, because we're all still hanging out at the same time, and I try to keep the show as cozy enough to be an extension of anybody's living room out there. So the line's always open, and just there's a lot of people that still have you and your whole family in their prayers, and it's wonderful just to hear from you.
Well, thank you. It has been quite a year, and I've done a lot of healing, and all I can wish for everybody is to have a joyous and loving. And I know this time of year elicits a lot of emotions, but we all need to hang on to one another and just remember that love is the most powerful thing in the world, and that's all we have.
Oh, well, very
right.
There's nothing I can add to that, Lisa. Thank you so much. And if that is all you had to say, I'll make that the last call of the night. But if you have more, go ahead.
That's all. You all have a very Merry Christmas.
Merry
and a
Christmas.
wonderful year.
Merry Christmas, Lisa.
Okay, take care, Lisa. Oh, did you hear Aurora?
Yeah, I did.
Say Merry Christmas, Lisa.
Merry Christmas, Lisa.
Oh, Merry Christmas, sweetheart.
All right.
Love you guys.
All right, take care. Be good.
I know.
There you go. Well, that's a wonderful call. Wonderful call from Lisa Frederick. Okay, well, guys, yeah. We just had like I said before, our 2-hour Hallmark commercial. This was it.
Yeah.
So can't say that it's not possible. Have those good things happen to people. This was a good thing.
Yes, it was.
And I hope that everybody out at home enjoyed. You can email the show about any of your own gift giving etiquette, especially bad gifts, famously bad gifts, and maybe next year we'll be able to take more calls. But it always just happens. We get caught up in our own little tangential conversations, and that's just what's good about it. What the hell is that? What's that? Is that Aurora?
What?
Is somebody humming? Yeah, she's singing. She's singing? You want to sing into the microphone? Tell everybody good night, Aurora? Say, I hope you all have a wonderful Christmas. Say it into the microphone.
Where's the mic? Oh,
go ahead.
Have a wonderful Merry Christmas.
Oh, thank you, honey. All right. Well, take care. Good night. Dad, what do you want to say?
Just continue and go completely with whatever is happening in your life, because there's a road that will take you. Stop steering.
That's a good one. That's a good one. Go with the flow. Don't swim upstream anymore.
No.
Mom, what about you?
I just want to say have a blessed Christmas, everyone.
Yes, yes. Bless indeed. Lauren, welcome back. What do you have to say?
Well, I have been back, Frank. We've done Valentine's Day shows.
Yes, but
But
Christmas
happy
is...
to be back for Christmas. Merry Christmas, everyone. And to all of the moms and, not just moms, but all the parents out there making Christmas magic for everybody. Don't forget to take some time to stop and enjoy it.
I know, because by the end of the night ends so quickly, and the whole time you were just cleaning the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's me at a barbecue. I'm just cooking and keeping things in order and making sure everybody's eating. And then it's 9:00 and I'm eating a cold leftover piece of sausage because I'm starving because I hadn't eaten all day. And thankfully I stopped to light some fireworks or something. The fuck am I talking about? All right, let's go. Let's go. Everyone have a good night. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
I'm going to be live tomorrow, maybe on a coffee stream or something like that. I'm going to do an unboxing, a couple of things at home, just to say hi. I'm on a Christmas Eve, and then tomorrow night around 11:45, we'll do a little bit of a telethon. You guys have been great to hanging out with. Love you all, and thank you so very much. All righty, there you go. Thank you. Oh wait, chirping cricket. I'll play it. Cricket, go back on Friday night. You can watch. She said, please play the video of Dad and Anthony singing "Oh Holy Night." That's Friday night. Go and watch it. We're already way over, and it's time to get this little girl in bed. So that's what we're gonna do. Thank you, Gambara. Thank you, everybody. And I'll see you. I'll catch you all on the flip side. Take care.
I'll catch you on the flip side.